Hello everyone and welcome into today's video where we are checking more Enjin news, and we will also check out the new JumpNet MVP. We will check out more information about NFTs and the specific tokens, and finally we will also check out the price charts as always, so feel free to skip to whatever part you want down in the timestamps. And just before we start, I would really appreciate if you would smash the like button and consider subscribing for more future crypto content. Thank you for doing so, and let's go. So starting here on the Enjin blog page, we can see a new article about NFTs and how it can be beneficial for virtual card games, for example. There is some brief introduction which mainly talks about trading cards, which were very popular in the 90s, for example. However, now games being almost exclusively digital, there is a huge market left open with some trading cards. However, up until now or recently, in the digital card games, you don't actually own your cards because you are just given access to them from a central server via a license. So that means that if you lose your account or decide to change a different game, these cards will be lost forever. And also these digital cards have no real rarity or uniqueness, so millions are crafted just out of thin air. And also if you want new cards, you are locked into getting them directly from the game, and ideally you would have all the benefits from the traditional physical game cards, however in digital format with no drawbacks, and that's where the non-fungible tokens come. So here is just a brief summary if you don't know what NFTs are, so I will just go quickly through those because I assume most of you actually know what NFTs are. So if you create a card as an NFT, you have the ownership because it is attached to your personal blockchain wallet, and you can also trade those items freely with the other collectors and players on the open market. Apart from this, it's very transparent because as an open decentralized ledger, blockchain allows anybody to monitor the supply and distribution of digital assets, so card scarcity can be instantly proven. And also this is another big point, the interoperability, because in a real world a game card can only function within that game, and the open blockchain allows any developer to integrate a token into their game or app if it shares the same token standard. So it gives the card a deeper value and wider utility across platforms. So actually most of the new NFTs are the ERC-1155 token standard, which was actually introduced quite a way back. So if we look here, it's from the June 2019, there was the final announcement of the ERC-1155, and actually they say it is the most powerful Ethereum token standard ever written, and that the ERC-1155 is here to stay. So why is it so special? This one is very interesting because while ERC-20 and ERC-721 tokens require a new smart contract deployed for each new class of token, this ERC-1155 has just a single smart contract which can govern an infinite number of tokens. So it is much more simplified and can be used for various different, in fact infinite number of NFTs. Also there is this batch transfers because multiple tokens can be sent with a single transaction, which significantly saves on gas costs and prevents the need to wait for each block in single transfers. And one, probably the most interesting thing, is that there are very strict rules, which makes it very reliable. And the most incredible feature is that this token is a first type of token that can execute a deterministic smart contract function by simply sending a token to an address. And this is huge because by simply sending a token to a DEX exchange address, the exchange could immediately return another token back to the sender's address. In a similar way, a blockchain game can just perform a game function as it receives an ERC-1155 token from a user. So that was just a small recap of ERC-1155, and these tokens are now used, traded and minted on the brand new JumpNet. So we can actually click on this link, which puts us on the Enjin marketplace, and you can actually start to use the JumpNet feature, so it looks like it's up and running, and you can trade ENJ token and also the 1155 NFTs without any fees, so that's pretty big. And coming back to the cards, a very cool thing is that the card is actually backed with the Enjin coin, so this can infuse a real world value into every card, while also preventing some crazy creators that would create assets for just pure hyperinflation in digital economies. So thanks to the Enjin marketplace, the Enjin X, it's possible to monitor the supply and distribution of each card and smart contracts on decentralized marketplaces, so the players are protected from item fraud. And here is an example how this all could work in the virtual realm. So for example, there is this final tournament of your favorite digital trading card game, and as soon as the champion wins the game, there is a one-of-one personalized card to commemorate their victory, and it is minted directly into the winner's wallet. And also at the same time, a QR code is also dropped into the audience, so the viewers can scan this NFT and they can actually receive a specific NFT that celebrates the win and also serve as a proof of their attendance at the match. So I think this is a very cool feature, and that there is plenty of use cases for NFTs, which will get even better for Enjin after the Infinity launch, which is a specific blockchain for NFTs built on Polkadot. Hopefully it should be later this year. And now jumping into the price charts, and we can see the price was going quite up and down. So from the last video, which I made around here, we've actually come down quite a bit and broke this support over here, but actually we've stopped on this lower support down here, and now we jump back up and we are approaching this upper support again and trying to break out. So if we zoom out, these supports, one goes into the 2019 and this one goes into the January 2021. And it seems that although this is a pretty long-term support, and also there was this 50-day moving average, we've broke down straight through them. However, here on this support, it was quite strong and it managed to stop the price, and we are actually climbing up again. Also, the most likely reason behind this drop off is probably this divergence on the price charts and the momentum indicator, the MACD down over here. So it should be just a short-term correction. And now we can see that we are approaching a crossover near the zero line. So we could switch over the zero line and have some more buying volumes again, which could boost the price above this resistance towards the new all-time highs. And finally, checking also the Enjin to Bitcoin ratio. This looks actually quite positive. We are staying above all the resistances. So even though from the last video we've come back down here into this very long price channel, which goes all the way back again to the 2019-2020 period, we've actually managed to jump back up and we are hovering above, which is very good. It looks like that was a very strong support down over here. For one, there is this support from the all-time highs from the March 2019, but also there was this 50-day moving average line, which acted also as a strong support. And as well as with the previous price charts, we can see there is this crossover going to happen very soon, just above the zero line, which could fuel another leg up in the Enjin price. And again, we can see some divergence over here, so that may have fueled this short drop down, which could explain why it was just a short term and bounced straight off of these supports. Quite a positive thing is that in this ratio there is pretty much no more resistances except for those all-time highs over here, so there is quite a lot of room above this one, so it will be interesting to see if we can break straight through this resistance and continue to all-time highs. And this is it for today's video covering Enjin. I hope you enjoyed this one. If so, please smash the like button to help me with the YouTube algorithm to reach more people, and also consider subscribing for more future crypto content to come on my channel. I thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!